Hey everybody, welcome to Ada, Michigan in the Amway Packaging Evaluation Laboratory. I'm Chad Hitchens. I'm one of 7 in this lab that helps test our Amway products. And what we do, we test products for all of our business lines: home goods, beauty, nutrition. And what we do here is when we run tests, we run about 1,000 tests every year to make sure that the product and the package arrives to the Amway business owner in good shape. And how do we do that? We do that through a variety of different ways. We run it through accelerated aging. We run it through distribution analysis. We test the product functionality. All of these things are designed to make sure that when our products arrive, they are in as good a shape as possible. When we talk about accelerated aging, we evaluate the product in a lot of different ways. We put temperature and time together, and we apply the products to it. So when the product is sitting at an accelerated temperature, it's actually aging faster. And Kim and Nancy are actually evaluating the product that we have actually pulled for evaluation. And these pulls happen on a monthly basis. And what they're looking at is both the product inside and the packaging. So what can go wrong with the product? Nancy is looking at Glister toothpaste. So what we are actually looking for when we look at it is the tube maintaining integrity? Is it delaminating or starting to separate? Is the Glister toothpaste itself maintaining its distinct classic odor and appearance that we are so used to when we talk about Glister toothpaste? So those are some of the things that we look at when we are talking about product and package. And these have all been put in accelerated temperatures at 50 degrees Celsius or 40 degrees Celsius. And these are the pulls that we make when we are looking at it. And another way that when a packaging engineer is designing a product, we have to make sure that the package itself fits together. And we do that through a variety of different ways in our metrology cell, or the science of measurement. And we do that here at Amway through different measuring devices or pieces of equipment. Some are visual and others are touch points. Barb manages this area for us. And what we are working on is a variety of different things in the beauty and personal care arenas today. And what we do here, it's very important when we are measuring a bottle that it is to the exact dimension or within a tolerance that the packaging engineer specifies. So when this bottle comes together with the closure, that a perfect seal is made and that the product does not leak. This equipment allows us to test things at a much more rapid pace than what we used to do a few years ago. What used to take us days now takes us hours. We're going to walk through, when we talked about accelerating the aging process, we do that through this area and our environmental chambers. So on your right are some of our reach-in chambers that we use to accelerate products at a customized level. What we have on the one on the end here is a warehouse condition set up to mimic a warehouse that we have in Thailand. So what we did was we set a probe into the warehouse and we let it run, measuring both temperature and humidity. And this runs for a 30-day cycle, so the products actually see real-world conditions. And what you're looking at now is how we make sure that all of our chambers are running to the desired condition and within the specifications that we set. So the two lines, the red lines, the top and the bottom, are the parameters. And we need to make sure that the chambers are running within those parameters for both temperature and humidity. So that these chambers are more customized, we can go warm for certain environments, or we can set them to run at colder environments like we are here in Michigan, which is winter right now. And that's where these chambers, when we talk about accelerated aging, these chambers are where we put the products to make sure that the products do age. So when you add temperature to a product and you set it there for 24 hours a day, up to 6 months, you're stressing the internal product and you're stressing the package. So when this one's running at 40 degrees C, This one's running at 50 degrees C or 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So as I come in here, it's hot. It's nice in the winter to come in here and warm up a little bit, but I'm not staying here for 6 months straight. It's really hot in here. You can imagine if I was in here at 120 degrees, 6 months, I'm expanding and contracting as I go out, get removed to take a look at things. This area really stresses the product and the package and accelerates the aging process. So we use these chambers to do that. We also have invested more money to further evaluate and broaden our capability through the purchase of our newest chambers that just gives us more flexibility when we want to look at products in different conditions. So this allows us to go very cold to very hot, and in these chambers means we don't have to run the big chambers for one test. So these are very flexible pieces of equipment. When we accelerate the product and we accelerate the aging, what we also have to do, though, what we are required to do is actually prove that out through ambient testing, and that's what happens in this room. Products have to sit for up to 4 years in this room, making sure that the product and package both maintain their integrity throughout the shelf life. This is actually where, we can make decisions based on accelerated decisions or conditions, but this is where it actually happens, where we let it set for 4 years. This next room might be a little loud, but as we walk into it, this is where we are actually testing the distribution and handling environments. So come on in. This room, we are an International Safe Transit Association certified laboratory, so we have to test certain conditions, and we do that through a variety of different ways. When we are talking about the distribution environment, it can mean anything from the handling on a truck from Amway to a warehouse, or we're also looking at scenarios where we deliver the package from the warehouse to you, the Amway business owner. So we do that through a variety of ways. We shake it, we drop it, we compress it, and we try and break it. So let's go over here. This is where most of the action happens in terms of distribution and handling. What we have here is our distribution table, and what it's running right now is a program that we set this data module onto a pallet. Then we shipped it from Ada, Michigan to Chicago, Illinois. And what this module did was recorded every bump in the road. And what we then did was brought this back to Ada, loaded it up into the equipment, and this is what's running right now. This is actually simulating a distribution of a product to Chicago. And why is this important? Why do we do this? We've modified this case here to show you what happens inside a case. It's not a friendly environment. When the shocks are happening, when a truck hits a bump in the road, the products inside go up and down, or they start to rotate. Why is that important? All the print on the bottle is important. We have to maintain the look and the feel and the brand identity for Satinique here in this case, but we also are making sure that it's not scuffing or scratching, the closure maintains itself, and the bottle contains the product inside. So the three main things a packaging engineer does when he sets up a test plan is we're trying to guarantee the package functions, it contains the product, and it has an aesthetic appeal on arrival to the ABO or the Amway business owner. So that's what we do here through the distribution environment. We also want to make sure that the shipping container or the box is able to withstand the environment throughout distribution and in a compressed warehouse state. So this is actually adding a lot of force, 324 pounds of force to this case, and we're just making sure that the product inside and the case are doing what it's called for. When we deliver our products, what we're trying to do when we talk about delivering to the Amway business owner is not everything arrives in a palletized state. It actually comes, from a carrier or a hand delivery through a postal service. Sometimes those people drop things. So this is what we do here. We actually drop the product on different configurations. We're dropping it here. I think that one dropped. We're going to drop it on the side. We'll drop it on the corners. And why that's important is now we're really testing the package system, if you will, all together. So the corner drops are really the most damaging. And what you can see is happening is the case is getting compressed. And when we're done with this, Linda will open it up, evaluate the product inside, and make any damage assessments. In addition to handling through the shipping environment or through personnel, we also test the packaging on its own, and to make sure that it can withstand a lot of the same pressures. We work with a lot of different packages or a lot of different package formats. What we have here is a blister bottle for toothpaste, and what we want to do is test the compression strength of the package. So we will start the test, and what this is doing, well, it actually broke really quickly. There was a break in there. So when we compress that package, we're really testing the strength of it, and what we want to do is make sure that the package itself is not going to fail in any way that we wouldn't expect. So we're really trying to look at a lot of different things and trying to capture a lot of different environments as we ship and handle our products. That's about it for our time today. I thank you for joining us here in the Amway Packaging Lab. We are so happy you've been able to join us, and we look forward to presenting more of these things for you in the future. What we got, saving the best for last. What we have here, we also market products to our Amway business owner formats. Bottles that what we sell to you is safe, that it's gone through a rigorous test protocol. So what Dave is doing here is actually testing how far a flame comes out from an aerosol can. And then what happens is, an additional step of safety that we do, he draws that flame back. He lets off on the button a little bit and brings that flame back. There should be a certain distance that product blows out so that the flame does not suck back into the can. All designed around safety for you, the Amway business owner. Thanks for your time. Look for more videos soon from the Amway World Headquarters homepage, and more from R&D in 2017.